Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Chris Starcheski and Dean Packard here, the co-hosts of Unlock the Middle. We are fired up because it's Friday afternoon. We're coming off a fantastic week of hybrid learning. Dean, how's your Friday afternoon?
Chris, it's been a really good week, and one of the things we always ask, people ask us how we're doing, how are things going, and I always want to say things are good, but I can honestly tell you that things are becoming smoother and they're becoming more functional each and every day. And you look at this from a puzzle perspective. You got 15 different pieces of the puzzle coming together, and the picture's really starting to become formed. The biggest thing that I look at from my perspective, Chris, is how are we really helping students own their learning. And each day, like I'll send out that information, a video to the students about defining what your best is. And things are good. And, we're getting better. We're not perfect, but I'll tell you what, we're really heading in the right direction.
We are. And, the students are rising up to the challenge. Now, not all students are. But the reason that they're not rising up to the challenge is because we haven't, as educators, yet figured out what that magic bullet is for them in this environment. And that's something that we're going to have to continually refine and get better at. But I will tell you that the majority of kids are moving forward in their learning. They are moving forward with their levels of engagement, and they're meeting the expectations that their teachers have for them. And none of that is easy. None of it is simple, and none of it is without back-breaking work on the part of our educators. I'm watching our teachers, Dean, put in an extraordinary amount of effort, time, heart, soul, and sweat equity in this experience. And it's something that I've never seen to this level before. I mean, they've always worked hard. But this is mind-numbing.
Yeah, and one of the bigger pieces of that puzzle that is unseen for a lot of people is the amount of time that it takes to plan, to coordinate 3 to 4 different levels of delivering instruction to kids, and then turn around and pull it all together. And I tip my cap. Absolutely, they're getting it done. They're doing it, and we talk a lot about just maintaining that positivity about yourself when you're doing it. It's not easy, and it's something new. And we got to remember, we got to support, we got to talk patience, and it all comes to fruition. So again, that's that Friday perspective on things. And Chris, you hit it straight on the head when we talk about our staff just getting out in front and doing the best that they can. We say this all the time. We're two proud principals of a real strong district where staff gets it. They work together, they collaborate, and they utilize one another to support the basic needs of learning. We're lucky in that capacity, Chris.
Bam, you are 100% spot on. And this past Tuesday night, Dean, we talked with a 46-year veteran educator from Washington State, Kathy Marion. If there was anybody that needed to provide us with some perspective on how things may have changed across the tenure of her career, the term of her career, it was Kathy. And she doesn't own a cell phone, Dean.
No, she took us through the decades, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic to look at the innovative changes. And the last person we had on was Joe Pizzo, 46 years, and the two of them together. And I thought it was great that Joe did a shout out on Twitter and recognized Kathy for her time. You look at the warriors that do that. Joe and Kathy stay on for this many years and still make an impact. You say to yourself, man, those guys get it. They've lived it. They walk the walk. They talk the talk, and they still breed, mojo, and where they just keep going. And that is amazing. That's what's so cool about Middle Marvels, Chris.
One of the things that Kathy brought to the table when we were talking, one of our favorite questions is, around the idea of new teachers and advice that you give them, and what can they learn from you? And Kathy flipped it right back around and said, I love learning from them.
Yeah.
She's hungry. She loves new ideas, innovation, not being stagnant, not being stale, moving forward no matter what the mountain looks like ahead of you. That is what educators do. And the best are the ones who are humble and learn from others. And that is something that I am very excited to continue to work towards in our buildings, in our district, and create a culture of that sharing and commitment to betterment.
Well, Chris, you talk about the big question, when you ask teachers, do you teach content or do you teach kids? And when you flip that around, I teach kids before content. That is the springboard for connectivity and overall growth for all students. Every student. Make them feel part of the overall learning process. It's a win-win across the board. Kathy and Joe, happy Friday to both of you. I hope you're listening. I will tag you on this. You guys are an inspiration to many and continue to do what you do. Your schools are lucky to have you.
Well, hey, Kathy and Joe, all the educators out there, if you're looking for a tip, a tidbit, a new tool, a new experience, join us on Sunday night.
Yes.
Unlock the Middle VideoCast. Dean, what time are we going on Sunday?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to flip this a little bit, no pun intended, with Flipgrid. We've got an absolute rock star educator, innovation lead Flipgrid instructor who's going to come on and give the tools about how teachers can utilize Flipgrid to do all kinds of connectivity with the kids, with the community. And she's going to take it 2 steps further. She's going to go off with the administration and what they can do. And she's going to show us live examples on how to make this work. I'm excited about this, Chris.
I'm pretty fired up too, because I delved into Flipgrid a little bit in the spring when we were looking to gather some information from kids and celebrate teachers around Teacher Appreciation Week. And I thought I had kind of mastered the use of Flipgrid in my short, dive into that pool. And I'm looking at Ann's work, and I'm looking at all the applications that some of the educators across our country and around the world have been utilizing Flipgrid for. And man, am I a baby in the ways of Flipgrid. I'm going to learn a heck of a lot on Sunday night. I'm pretty fired up.
Well, I wonder if Kathy could do it on a flip phone. That's what I need to know, on the no cell phone. I apologize. Again, if it's a tool that helps us work smarter and not harder, then I'm all ears. I want to make sure that I have that in every educator's toolbox moving forward. But, Ann Cosma, we're looking forward to having her here. It should be a jam-packed 45 minutes of just at it and go learning opportunities to improve our connectivity, to improve our overall understanding of the Flipgrid model. Super excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be a heavy dose of PD in a 45-minute window, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe a little bit more than that. But Ann's going to be going ahead and she's going to be sharing her screen so she can walk us through some of the applications of Flipgrid. She'll be able to share that with the audience out there. It's a free product that's committed to providing educators with tools to help them better connect with their kids, with their learning, and with the community. In the grand scheme of things, it's a huge win, but only if you know how to use it properly. Join us on Sunday night.
Absolutely. I mean, again, Chris, we're looking forward to that. Hey, listen, let's wrap this up. It's Friday afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon. It's been a long week. And Chris, and all my principal friends out there in connections, listen, stay the course, keep your head up straight. Lead by example, be there, be a good listener, be that person that anyone in your building can turn to. But more importantly, when you leave the building, take care of yourself, because that's what is so important, because you got to come back and face it all again. It's a mountain we're all climbing, and it's a mountain that we can climb and we can get to the summit if we stick together, we share ideas, and we build together.
There it is, folks. Know the way, show the way, and go the way. But in order to do it, you got to take care of yourself, mind, heart, soul, body. Get it all together. Get rested up. Get recharged this weekend, my friend. And we'll see you on Sunday night.
Sounds great.
It's been a Principal's Perspective Friday afternoon with Chris and Dean of Unlock the Middle. Join us Sunday night at 7 p.m. Ann Cosma from Flipgrid's going to be there. Let's learn together.